Mariners competition. This could seal it. Wouldn't you know it? Unbelievable.
The celebrations, there they are.
Talk about a grandstand finish.
Well, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
The fairy tale is complete. The Central Coast Mariners, champions of Australia.
Hello, I'm James Dodd and welcome to the Isuzu UTE A-League Highlights Show. Round 7 got underway at Industry Group Stadium where Central Coast Mariners hosted a very much out-of-form Western United. John Aloisi's side arrived on the Central Coast having lost their last 5 matches, scoring just 3 times all season, and they faced a Mariners team who have seemingly turned a corner under Mark Jackson and were aiming to pick up their second win in 3 games. Your match commentators for this one, Andy Harper and Simon Hill.
Runners ready to make their move. Tulio's delivery and headed in by Dan Hall. Clean contact. And the Mariners hit the front. Bang on 11 minutes. The perfect execution of the set piece.
Well, he couldn't quite line up for the first one that came his way, Dan Hall. On the Harvey Norman replay, he doesn't muck around with this one. It's a really powerful header. It's quite soft defending. It was soft defending from Western to allow Torres such passage to threaten the defence in the first place, with the corner coming ultimately. And then when it's slung in, it's Dan Hall really unchallenged. He's too big and he's too good from that range. And he makes it 1 with a powerful finish.
It comes off Torres, back post was Caltech! The 2 central defenders are now on the score sheet. The Vanuatu follows the would-be Fiji international, and the Mariners are 2 clear.
Imai's there, beaten twice now for 2 goals, and Josh Risdon can't join in to any meaningful effect to save his team. I'm not even sure if Brian Caltech knew much about that one, but he leapt high and let physics do the rest.
I think it came off the back of the head, didn't it? But he doesn't care. There's but a little glance over the shoulder to see where Thurgate was. And Dan Hall to go along, looking for Jingrick, and he flicks it on beautifully, the big striker. This is Angel Torres. Tulio arriving. Marco Tulio! Beautiful goal! Absolutely sensational from the Brazilian. He's off the mark this season. Ends a 7-game goal-scoring drought. And the Mariners almost home for the 3 points before half-time. Skipping the outswinger this time from Tulio, which will favour them. And it's still not completely away. Jacob Farrell, surely, poked it. Alu Kual, almost on the goal line. He claims it. And a cherry on top of the cake for the Central Coast Mariners. And yet again, Western United could not deal with the set piece.
4-0. 3 goals from corners. Jacob Farrell on the rebound, disappointed he didn't get his name on the sheet. Alu Kual there to tow the ball home.
An emphatic victory for Mark Jackson's Mariners, who are now 3 games unbeaten, while the pressure continues to increase on Western and their head coach John Aloisi after losing their 6th straight league match. The second of 2 Friday night fixtures saw Melbourne City travel to Western Australia to face Perth Glory. Alan Stagic's side have lost their last 3 matches in a row and have recorded just 1 victory at HBF Park this season, while Melbourne Victory were going in search of their 3rd win of the campaign and have won 4 of their last 6 matches against the Glory. Calling the action for this one, Phil Moss and Teo Pellizzeri.
Awkward bounce that has to be very carefully managed here. Talbot, he knocks over Salim Khalifi. It's the first time we have seen Khalifi on the ball. And the referee reaches for his pocket to show a red card. Extraordinary.
Yeah, common sense has prevailed.
Downgraded to a yellow. Callum Talbot remains on the pitch. It remains 11 versus 11.
Is there anyone more relieved than that man right there?
And Colley is going to lift it to the left side of the box. Beavers wants a handball. Matthew Leckie says it was off his chin. You be the judge. Is this going to be a penalty kick?
The hand is in an unnatural position according to the laws of the game. I think it'll be a penalty.
Perth Glory are going to the penalty spot. Handball given against Matt Leckie. Off the post! Khalifi misses the penalty. Plenty of space for Jakalic. Great first touch, whips the ball back in. A grab in the penalty area. Toga Arslan was certain he was fouled, and the referee is not interested, at least in the initial stages. Home fans have made their feelings clear. But the official decision is a penalty kick for Melbourne City. Toga Arslan dispatches the penalty, and Melbourne City take the lead in Perth. Back pass is dangerous here. Taggart, it's a gift! Adam Taggart draws Perth Glory level! You know what they say, never take on the Tagster, and he has punished Melbourne City here to draw this one level 1-1. As is Bajic, goes to work against Katrumbis, lifts in the cross, Leckie! Melbourne City take the lead, and it is their Socceroos star, Matthew Leckie, that makes it 2-1. And the countdown to the Asian Cup is looking good for Matthew Leckie. He scores on his first start of the A-League men's season. Bajic, Arslan, the shot's on, parried away, and it's found safety in the form of Ostler. Cook is able to deny Arslan. Colley, bending it in, Taggart brings it down, and a good save by Young. Shot on the turn, not able to beat the veteran keeper. Colley, it's an aerial battery at the moment, and the sliding header is palmed away. Taggart foiled once more by Jamie Young. Excellent save. Amini, Taggart again, and Young comes up trumps. 3 shots in quick succession. Young has had the answer to them all.
Great delivery, Colley. Great glancing header from Taggart. You could see exactly what he was trying to do there. Jamie Young alert to it.
And the cross finds Hamza Saki. He cuts it back in. Clever 1-2. Oh, and McLaren could not get the body position right.
Well, almost brilliant from Saki, but he does put the ball behind McLaren instead of in front of him, and that's what McLaren is having a word about. It needed to be in front of him.
Back-to-back wins for City coach Aurelio Vidmar, moving last season's premiers up into 7th spot on the ladder, while Perth remains second bottom, having collected just 4 points from 7 matches. The first of 2 fixtures on Saturday in the Isuzu UTE A-League saw league leaders Wellington Phoenix welcome Newcastle Jets to Sky Stadium. The Knicks were one of 4 undefeated sides heading into round 7 and sat on top of the ladder after winning 4 of their opening 6 matches, while the Jets were going in search of just their second win of the season, although that only victory did come whilst on the road. Your commentary team for this one is Jacob Spoonley and Jason Pine.
Here come the Jets, and into the penalty area they go. Chance for Stamatolopoulos, and the Jets lead, and the 4th minute here. Back into the starting side. Apostolos Stamatolopoulos on the turn. A tidy finish off the post, and the Jets into a shock 1-0 lead early. Looking to spark something. Barbarousas. Kraev's making a run. Natter in the way of the pass. Towards the far post, and Pennington! Good save by Ryan Scott as Nicholas Pennington got on the end of that cross. Piscopo. Reno shoots from a long way out. Well, we know he's got it in his locker. We've seen a goal on this ground at that end from that man, Reno Piscopo, during COVID times, actually, which just about brought the house down. He nearly did the same there. That's his best work, as we know, in the penalty area. He might get on the end of this one, and does. Here is Savannah! First opportunity for the towering pole, and he diverts it wide. But that is what he can do on the end of incisive passing. O'Neill goes wide to Ingham. That's a good cross in. Danger, confusion, and a a second goal for Newcastle. Clayton Taylor seizes upon a loose ball, and those two Newcastle fans can barely believe what they're seeing. Away from home, their team are now too clear, and Clayton Taylor has his third goal of the season, and Newcastle double their money. To find a way back into this game is Clayton Taylor, who's been very good tonight and is very good at the start of the second half. Is that a penalty? It always looked like one, and it is. Inside 30 seconds in the second half, the Newcastle Jets have a real chance now to put this one almost out of reach. The Jets have takeoff in Wellington. They are 3-0 ahead early in the second half, and surely now must believe the 3 points are theirs for the taking. Alex Paulson beaten from the penalty spot for the first time this season. And Newcastle, what an evening it's been in New Zealand's capital for them. Driving Wellington forward, Kraev. Here's a chance for Wellington off the post from Tim Payne.
Well, we often talk about the Wellington Phoenix, not necessarily creating the most chances in the game, but definitely the best. Well, that was the best of this evening. Tim Payne on a cutback from Kraev, and then into the left upright.
Wellington's unbeaten start to the season coming to an abrupt end as the Newcastle Jets put on a stunning display to seal just their second win of the season. Join us after the break as Sydney FC host Macarthur FC, while Western Sydney and Melbourne Victory play out a classic at CommBank Stadium. Welcome back to the Isuzu UTE A-League highlights show. The final game on Saturday saw Sydney FC welcome an unbeaten Macarthur to Allianz Stadium. Despite juggling both AFC Cup and A-League commitments, Mile Stajovski's Bulls have made an impressive start to the campaign, winning 3 of their 6 matches, whilst the Sky Blues were looking to add to their 2 wins from 3 games under new head coach Ufuk Talay. Andy Harper and Robbie Thompson are your commentators for this one.
Davila is found by Germain. Here's Miller. He's been in fantastic scoring for Miller. Onto the left foot, deflected! And Macarthur almost have the opening goal. It's been deflected beyond Redmayne, but it looks like it came off one of his own in an offside position. And how about the pass from Lewis? Redmayne's come out into no man's land. He makes the first save, might have to make another, and does so. Unorthodox, as is his wont.
Mate, that was nearly suicidal from Andy Redmayne.
You can't come out. A goalkeeper comes out with his arms to make saves with his arm. He's outside the box.
No, then you
can't do it.
Okay.
That could almost be goal bound. And this is going to be trouble, I think. Andy Elder agrees with me, Andy Harper. It's a red card for Andrew Redmayne. He goes straight for goal, and Pavlicic saves. Lolly for Gomes. It's a good ball. He shoots and almost scores rather for Sydney. The Brazilian. That's well defended. Early ball over the top is fantastic for Germain. He's racing away. Girdwood, Reich and Lacerda both get back. Germain switches it for Holman. Holman shoots and Holman scores! First blood to the older brother. His 3rd goal this season, Jake Holman, opening up the opposition and finding the finish. The cross in towards Davila, the glancing header, Holman's there again, brilliant stop from Pavlicic. Now Davila, a foul by Holman. Means some respite for Sydney FC, but Pavlicic was a fantastic save that time. And it's Sydney who are really applying the pressure now. It's a great ball for Lolly, the little chip, and it's in! Offside. Robbie Mack it was, with the pirouette and the finish. And we'll have to have another look at that one. Jake Holman, closed down very quickly again by Bratton, who's done well. Caceres hits it, and it flashes just wide of the post. Macarthur have a habit of scoring late goals this season. Are they going to add another one here? Jed Drew across to Germain, clever little touch, And that's it, surely. Valère Germain runs to the French supporters in the crowd. Germain's at the back post again. Raphael is there. It's going to fall for Germain. Oh, he's missed it. Lolly it is. Hits it. And Curto saves it. Somehow it made it through the wall.
Good hit.
Jake Holman and Valère Germain sealing MacArthur's 4th win of the season as the Bulls move to the top of the Isuzu UTE A-League ladder, while Sydney FC sit 10th, having endured their 5th loss of the season. The penultimate game of the round took place at Cooper Stadium, where Adelaide United played host to Brisbane Roar. Ross Aloisi returned to his former club for the first time as a head coach, looking to snatch a 4th win of the season, while the Reds were aiming to bounce back following their 4-3 loss to MacArthur in round 6. Aloisi was also Carl Viet's assistant at Adelaide for 2 seasons, and before that, the pair even combined to score the first ever goal in the Isuzu UTE A-League whilst playing for the Reds. Calling the action at Cooper Stadium, Phil Moss and Simon Hill.
The Reds have played through that press. Ryan Kitto has a bit of open pasture to pursue. Now with Halloran. Will reach Irankunda. And again, Nestor Irankunda side netting. 1 or 2 on the far side might have thought that was the opening goal, but not so. Short for Irankunda. And clips over the top of the crossbar in the end by Ben Warland, of all people. Aldred in there as well. O'Shea's delivery, and it's in! Taras Gamulka against his old club, got there first. It's his first ever goal. I'll tell you what, he may just have gone a fraction early, Mossy.
It's going to be chalked off. That is a get-out-of-jail free card.
Raw making a couple of changes at the start of play. They've had to make 2 more during the game. They're on the attack here down the right. And a big chance for Jez Lofthouse. It took a touch, I think, on the way through, but Brisbane don't care. They thought they had the opening goal in the first half. Now they do for sure, and it's arrived courtesy of Jez Lofthouse. Ingot wants it back. It's Jay O'Shea, in fact, and there is a foul and a penalty. Jay O'Shea got there ahead of his marker to make them take a big step towards 3 points here. O'Shea against Gauci. And Irish eyes are smiling in front of the Red Army. Brisbane lead 2-0. And after all that first half pressure from the Reds, so many corners. Lovely ball by Lofthouse, could be in for a third here. Joe Gauci ensures it remains at 2 for now. Beautiful threaded ball through from Lofthouse. Brisbane deal with that quite easily, and again the ball over the top. Miliosnic is away again, and Gauci again. Well, it could have been 4-0, quite frankly. Clough's delivery. Ibasuki off the crossbar, as close as they have come to a goal. And the look on Carl Viet's face says it all. A first win at Cooper Stadium since December 2017 for Brisbane Roar, who extend their unbeaten run to 4 games and climb to 2nd on the ladder.
An impressive 2-0 away win for Brisbane, care of goals from Jez Lofthouse and Jay O'Shea, moving the Roar up to 2nd on the ladder, while Adelaide United remain 6th after suffering their 3rd loss of the season. And the final game of the round saw Western Sydney face off against Melbourne Victory in an absolute classic, as both sides put their undefeated starts to the campaign on the line. With 7 goals to his name already, the league's deadliest striker Bruno Fornaroli was looking to add to his tally against the league's tightest defence this season in the form of Marco Rudan's Wanderers. Your commentators for this one are Daniel McBreen and Robbie Thompson.
Jake Brimmer again. He looks up and crosses towards Fornaroli. Marcelo's header only finds Mashash again. Fornaroli turns it in. The flag has stayed down. And Victory are the first team to score at Combank this season. From an opposition point of view at least. Lawrence Thomas is beaten. And it's Fornaroli who just can't stop scoring at the moment. His 8th of the season, 8 minutes in.
We said he's great around the box, and he's just gone and proved it again.
Now here's Marcelo. One over the top for Milanovic. It's a great ball, and Milanovic has done brilliantly, putting it onto his favoured left, hooks it back across. Antonsen, so close to the equaliser from the Swede. In it comes Marcelo. Oh, so close. Well, that is the threat that the big Brazilian central defender provides from those set pieces. At the end of the first half, Fornaroli, it's a clever little touch, wonderful touch for Mashash. And now through the legs for Fornaroli. Valupale's at the back post. Fornaroli's done wonderfully well. What a finish! Into the top corner. And Bruno Fornaroli just cannot stop scoring. He used the decoy run of Valupale on the left to perfection to sow the seeds of doubt. Chapman. Now, did that come off a hand? Penalty against Clisby. The arm raised. Fornaroli against Thomas. And he blasts the ball beyond the valiant dive. And Melbourne Victory are knocking the Wanderers off their perch. 3-0 at Combank. And all 3 goals scored by Bruno Fornaroli. As Brillante delivers back post towards Marcelo, appeals for a hand from everywhere, penalty! Antonsen, the chance to get the Wanderers back into the contest. And he does so. Consummate penalty, sending Izzo the wrong way, stroking the ball into the bottom right-hand corner. The Wanderers are on the scoreboard. Antonsen wrestling with Miranda. Parias takes over and hits it off the crossbar. How close was that?
This is the foul, just on the sideline there.
Arzani delivers. It's a good ball in. Oh, it's 4 for Fornaroli. Well, the near post header. And for the second time this season, and just the second time in his A-League career, he has scored 4 goals in a match. And what a way to bring up number 100, Bruno Fornaroli. Hats off. Who's on top for this game? He's on top for the season as well. Bruno Fornaroli, ball in. Antonsen. This time he has his second. The flag stays down. And just minutes remaining. But Wanderers are maintaining the suspense right to the very end. Fouled by Teague. Set piece. Jorrit Hendricks, the Dutchman, delivers. It's a good ball. Yule is there and he scored. 4-3. Game on. Game on again. Unbelievable.
Well, here we go.
Bruno Fornaroli bagging 4 goals in a game for the second time this season to help Melbourne Victory secure their first win in 5 matches, whilst bringing an end to the Wanderers' unbeaten start to the campaign. That's all for this week on the Isuzu UTE A-League Highlights Show. We'll see you next time.